strong connection with animals. It would not matter the size or kind. I felt as if animals were the most amazing creation made. Now, as I was growing up, I've had numerous pets, mostly dogs. I would always want another pet whenever a holiday came up. I guess people can say I was obsessed with animals. I would always take very good care of them, and I would always treat them as they were family to me. Which is why I never got the fact why people mistreat them. Animals are meant to be loved, not abused. Every 10 seconds, an animal is being abused in this country. It's crazy to think that people have the heart to burn, stab, drag, or maybe even kill an animal for enjoyment. It was told that a major sport called dogfighting was introduced in 43 AD when the Romans invaded Britain, leading to a worldwide game. Now I will share 3 points to why animal abuse is shameful and how we can all come to prevent it. Number 1, how I got introduced to animal abuse. Point 2, my point of view on this horrible so-called sport. And point 3, example and ways on how to prevent it. Now, let us go back to point 1, how I got introduced to animal abuse. Now, as I was younger, my family and I would take many trips to Mexico. One of the popular populations that we visited was San Carlos, Coahuila, Mexico. Now, in this small town, there are over 1,000 homeless animals. Now, as I was young, I always thought animal abuse was physical. Physical animal abuse is when someone uses their strength to hurt the animal. Examples of this abuse is hitting, burning, cutting, or any harm that involves contact. But as I saw animals starving with their bones showing, I knew animal abuse was not just physical, but unintentional. Unintentional animal abuse is when someone doesn't know they're abusing their animal. Examples of this abuse is forgetting to feed the animal or leaving an animal in a car on a hot day. Most of these abuses lead to death. Point 2, my point of view of this horrible so-called sport. Now, in my opinion, animals are meant to be loved. Animal abuse is wrong to me. I feel like animals, whenever they see their owner, they're supposed to be happy, feel secure, feel safe. They're not supposed to be afraid. They're not supposed to be cautious to get by you. They're supposed to feel loved. Now, every day, almost every day, in the news, I see something about animal abuse. Like, for example, dogs stabbed and beaten. 2 men sentenced to a 2 years probation for animal cruelty. It's just something that I feel like animals are supposed to be treated like family. If you own an animal, you should feed them, water them, treat them as if they were your loved ones, because their love is unconditional. Now, my final point is example and ways on how to prevent it. Let me start by asking a question. How many animals a year die due to animal cruelty? Now, it may surprise you, but 1,654,545,000,000 animals die each year just because of animal cruelty. These numbers are just way too high, and I know they deserve better. Sadly, between 3 and 4 million dogs and cats are euthanized each year in the United States, just simply because too many people give up their pets, or too few people adopt from shelters. Now, with this being said, many staff members have to decide which animals to give up due to the storage. Now, for example, this is an actual picture of an animal shelter, and it states 2 days worth of euthanized animals sit in barrels in cold storage at Kerr County Animal Shelter on Mount Renew Avenue. The animal shelter euthanizes about 25,000 animals every year. Now, I know y'all may be wondering how we can come to prevent it. There are many ways. By adopting from a private humane society or animal shelter, breed rescue group, or the local animal control agency, you'll help save the lives of 2 animals, the pets you adopt, and the homeless animal somewhere who can be rescued because of the space you freed up. Now, as we all come together, we can make a world change. We can make a difference in both an animal's life and ourselves. Now, we've learned that animal abuse is no gain, even if it's unintentional. We should all care for animals and cherish them. As Anne Sewell once said, we call them dumb animals, and so they are, for they cannot tell us how they feel. But they do not suffer less because they have no words.